Warning, what you are about to hear may be shocking, vulgar, and in extremely poor taste. The masturbators are professional entertainers that may use tactics such as lying, gaslighting, gross hyperbole, crude insults, and character assassinations. These tactics are not encouraged in real-world debate, and the opinions expressed are not necessarily shared by the hosts or guests. Enjoy.
It sounded very Family Values to me. It sounded like the whitest
friggity frack
focus on the family sort of racist crap I've been hearing for the last 40 years, 50 years.
Oh my God.
I'm really surprised by that.
If you don't like this country, you can leave.
I rest my case.
All right, welcome to another episode of BPM where chaos picks the topic, fate picks the side, and we leave our dignity at the door. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Fantastic.
Lovely.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for having us on the show, Jed.
You're quite welcome.
So
Quite welcome.
kind of you.
And speaking of kind to have on the show, G-Man has returned yet again. Jonathan, how are we doing, sir?
What's going on?
Our returning
fellers?
champion.
Welcome back.
Ooh, hey, how many times did I?
This is your fourth time
No.
on the show.
How many times did I champion?
Like 0.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's
But you're technically returning, so.
okay.
Yes, indeed.
So now you get a second chance
At
for
glory.
victory.
Glory be to the Lord.
That's right.
Oh, look at this guy.
I know, man. He's going all...
He's changing.
Is he?
He's changing inside. I can see it.
Did you find something here recently, Craig, that you were looking for?
Just the sanctity of the blank propaganda machine and their words that speak so true.
Did it fill a hole for you?
It filled many holes.
I've heard that about you.
Oh, my
In
God.
fact, that's what this is for right here.
Oh, my goodness.
That's true.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Whoa.
Wait a
jeez.
minute.
What is that thing? Yeah, there's 3. It's a tripod.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
mean,
it
is
is.
that fun?
The trifecta.
If we have time at the end of the
Listen,
show, it depends on.
None of us are limber enough to pull it off.
Not
That's
anymore.
what we know.
Yeah, we do know that. Yeah,
I mean, I'm just
Not
saying,
since our late 20s.
if the
Right.
mood strikes.
yeah, and well, true.
That is true. But on that note,
Mhm.
it's time to go hard.
Oh! Sweet.
All right, as usual, that music means that it is time to begin the mass debate. And as always, in the mass debate, our mass debaters do not know the topic they will be masturbating until they begin to mass debate. So,
It's true. Got to get lubed up first.
that's right. This evening, it's going to be two old stalwarts of the mass debate, Kirk v. Kraig.
Are you ready, partner? Are you ready?
All right, and
I'll
then
get you, man. Bulldog.
he's going to get
Jesus
you.
Christ.
That's kind of more terrier, but bulldog.
Yeah, it was canine for sure.
That's my impression of a terrier.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Well, this evening's topic or category is going to be cartoon carnage.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cartoons. I had a feeling about this.
I
one.
love cartoon violence.
I've been thinking, why haven't we done a cartoon debate yet? This is gonna be Tom and Jerry, some shit.
I feel like you
Watch.
guys are kind of cartoons, though.
I'm going to go.
It's true.
Like
we
all
are
of us
as
are
always,
cartoonish.
Yeah, we're
As always, before we started recording, we rolled some dice, and Kirk won the roll, so he gets to choose between time or topic.
Cheating already.
I want to. I want to go
Whoa.
topic.
Somebody
All right,
tell
Kirk's
Pam.
going to go topic. That means, Craig, you're choosing between time. You want to go first or last, sir?
I'll go first because my ego cannot
Going
take
first.
the bullying that I know will come if
You choose
second.
second, yes, we
Today,
do look down.
I'm feeling kind of fragile.
It's interesting. He started the witch hunt for going second, and
No.
now feels horrible when he falls victim
come
to it.
on. That's not true. Somebody call ICE.
Indeed. Well, Kirk, your topic choice this evening is between caring or bouncing.
Oh, I already know what this is. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go bouncing.
Going
Oh,
bouncing.
you're going Gummi Bears, huh?
Okay.
I guess I'm Care Bears then,
no.
huh? Is that? Are we right? Are we right?
Might be the first time in a arena-style death match.
Oh, who would win?
Who is going to win? Kirk, you are representing Gummi Bears. Craig, you are the Care Bears.
I have one question. Like, can it be any Care Bear, or is it any Gummi Bear?
it all of them?
Is it all of them,
or
is
in
it like
a Roman-style, fucking melee weapons abundant death match? Who's gonna win? Gummi Bears
What's the
versus Care
setting?
Bears.
What's the
I have a
setting?
question. I have a question
In front
about
of a
this format.
waterfall?
If it is a death match, does Kraig have access to the power of the Care Bear stare, and does Kirk have the power of Gummi Berry Juice?
They have all of their canon abilities and capabilities, yes.
All right.
Okay.
This is Care
All right.
Bears
Just
versus Gummi
establishing
Bears.
ground
Full
rules.
on.
Okay.
Full-on
Warfare.
deathmatch.
I
Wow.
gotcha.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, where's my
Stakes.
timekeeping device at? We
Oh.
never did set that shit up, did we?
We did it.
You stony fucks.
Craig, your 90 seconds starts now. Care Bears, death match. Let's have it.
So this is pretty easy one for me. I'm really glad I got the Care Bear because they have a lot to contribute to this scenario, to be honest. They can do a ton of things, beat the living shit out of these things that they call gummy bears. Let's just be honest, right? I'm going to come out right at the beginning. Usually I kind of warm up to this kind of thing. But the Care Bears are the Gummy Bears are basically addicts, okay? They have their fucking juice. It's the only way they can get off. They get all, ooh, give me that juice in there. They chug it. They're like, oh, yeah. They run around. They're trying to find it. They're just, it's basically like a crackhead in a fight is who the Care Bears have to do. And they clearly come from a home of love. And we all know, statistically speaking, homes that produce love means that the children grow up to be more productive in life, have greater skills. They got more to offer, essentially. So that's essentially what the Care Bears are then doing is they have a loving, warm family. They can just, give you that care stare, shoot a rainbow at your ass, and everybody's feeling good.
And that is that's time. Okay. Interesting go on the death match to talk about loving and caring. But all right, Kirk.
They're Care Bears, motherfucker.
Your 90 seconds starts now.
Boy, you talk about the care stare. That's this guy. Like a fucking deer in headlights. Just staring, because he's got no fucking argument. Let me tell you something about these Care Bears. All they do is just sit around fucking singing Kumbaya, It's just a big love fest over there. The Gummi Bears, you're goddamn right, man. They're pumped up on that shit, that fucking Gummi Berry Juice, all right? And they will fucking rip heads off of Care Bears. Now, I don't know what the fuck you think this debate is. The debate is who would win. And yeah, they are hopped up. They are hopped up on Gummi Berry Juice, and they are cutting throats. That's what the Gummi Bears do. And then they got the bounce attack. You got these little motherfuckers bouncing around the room, crushing skulls. Yeah, man, I don't think you've got much of an argument when it comes to the Care Bears. Were they going to shoot a fucking rainbow out of their chest?
Yep.
No, that ain't working, man. Some of them are over asleep. The one's like a sleepy time one. They got the one Irish guy with the clover. He might be able to do some shit. Little scrappy Irish fucking bear. But these the other motherfuckers? No, they're just over there fucking, what are we going to do? Oh. It's very appropriate that they've got you as their spokesman in this fight. I'll leave another second on the clock.
All right, that's time.
Oh, wow.
That's time.
Gee, bub.
You burnt your second leaving it, so all right.
Fair.
Well, interesting opening arguments. Definitely have some wily things going on here, I think. But anyways, now it's time to move on to our balls to the walls questions and answers period. Kirk, since you went second, you're going to be going first in the Q&A. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Craig,
Kirk.
did you ever own a Care Bear as a kid?
Of course I did.
Which one did you have?
I don't remember. It was purple or pink or some shit.
No, that seems right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it the one that's a dreamer?
Probably. I don't know.
Because
It was the one that had like an axe across its chest.
An axe on its chest.
So when it would shoot its light beam, it was like a light beam axe that would cut your fucking head off.
Yeah. I don't remember that one.
You don't
that sounds
remember
like
that?
a black market Care Bear that maybe
No, you don't
Carl's
remember?
got for you.
Well, that's funny. His name was Carl. It was Carl Bear.
That sounds
Carl
like the
Bear,
kind of knockoff.
cut your damn head off. You better
So,
watch out.
Out of all the history of your time with the Care Bears, whatever made you think that they were capable of violence in any way? That they could win a fight?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because they shoot lasers out of their chest like fucking Iron Man?
Have you ever seen one of these lasers like take somebody down with anything other than a hug or love?
Well, that's their role. Yeah, they throw out the hugs and love for sure. But if backed into a corner, they're going to use that.
Where's your evidence of that? What movie was that? What episode
Carl
was that?
Care Bears can run through there.
We're not talking about
and
these fucking sadistic
I'm
Carl
allowed
Bears.
To talk about
We're
all
talking
of the
about
bears.
Care Bears.
There's a plethora of bears.
No,
and they
these
all
are Care
care.
Bears, right, moderator?
It's Care Bears,
And
yeah.
some Care Bears are security. Some Care Bears are there to make sure that the care is happening.
Yeah, but
unlike
how is that going to help
people
them
like
in a,
you,
in a
Scrooges
fight?
like
Would that
you.
make them care enforcement officers?
There you go.
That's right. They're caring enforcement officers. They want to make sure that everybody cares and that love is in the air.
CEOs, sound familiar, America? This guy's all about the fucking CEO putting the fucking boots on the neck. But let's get back to the real fight here, man. Let's get past the fascism.
Let's talk about it.
Gummy Bears.
Yeah, what are they made out of? Oh, I'm sorry. That's not my question.
They're made out of flesh and blood. But then they take that little elixir and they get crazy. They see fucking red.
They see
and
red.
And they start ripping throats.
I don't think so. They kind of bounce around. And
Yeah.
Well, ask one then.
I've asked it. Tell me how you think a Care Bear is going to go up against a bloodthirsty
I just
gummy
said
bear.
they shoot lasers out of their chest.
But have you ever seen those lasers? He's
Carl's
just talking out his ass.
Gonna cut the heads off of these Care Bears.
He keeps talking about Carl Bears.
He doesn't even have to no, it's Carl the Care Bear. He's got
Stop asking me questions. Ask him.
He's got an axe on
I'm just telling you, you're the moderator.
Hey, he had.
And I'm answering the question. What do you want from me?
I want you to talk about Care Bears, not the knockoff that your dad made you in the basement.
Okay, well, the rainbow. Okay,
you don't have to answer that if you don't want to.
I won't. I won't answer it then.
I think it looks weak to not answer it, but
okay, then I'll answer it. Listen, what's gonna happen is the rainbow one's gonna shoot a rainbow at your dude, and they're homophobes, so they're gonna crumble like little soft piles of snowflake paper.
Terrific answer. Okay, moving on. Craig.
Yeah.
It's your time. 3 minutes
starting
changed
my mind. No, I'm just kidding.
So, let me tell you something. Do you agree with me that the gummy bears derive their power from the gummy juice?
I think that's definitely where a lot of it comes from.
Okay, all right. We got to get a level ground, right? We got to be, we got to be on the same page here. So I'm glad you can admit that.
Yeah.
And you clearly can admit that it's an addiction for these little fuckers, right?
Sure, probably.
Yeah,
maybe.
probably. It seems that way, right?
Yeah.
So you know what you do with an addict, man? All you got to do is bring some gummy juice, throw it in the corner, and then while they're like, my precious, sucking that shit up, you just come up behind them and bash them on the head, and that's it. They're done.
Do Care Bears think ahead enough to bring that? Are the Care Bears wily enough?
Sure, definitely. Have you not seen the Care Bear cartoon? They fight somebody every week and they win
with love, with color versus black and white.
Color, exactly. There you go. Color.
So what is
the world
the question?
Is colorful.
What is the question?
The question is, why wouldn't that work then? Just throwing the gummy juice in the corner, walking up and bashing them in the head because they're obsessed with the gummy juice, right?
Well, you'd have to have a lot of gummy juice. And that's the thing, man. Once these guys get their fix, it's fucking game on.
Hey,
game on.
Listen,
they're cutting throats.
Care Bears have a lot of gummy juice, sir. I know that they're big-time addicts. They got to suck that down like they suck in the cock. But that's not what we're going to, base it off of. What we're going to base it off of is that they have one obsession, and if you give it to them, they're not going to fight you. Why would they fight you? All they care about is getting their next fix. If I give them their fix, why would they fight? If the Care Bears are giving them the fix, why would they fight them back?
So I guess what you're saying is they're so
Do addicts attack their dealers?
If they're being attacked, yeah. You don't think you just sprinkle crack in the corner, and if the dealer just starts beating on the crackhead with a pipe, that they're not going to at least fight off the pipe?
You have clearly never seen Menace to Society if you don't understand how addicts work. All right, the dude walks up with the 2 cheeseburgers, and he said, "Oh, suck your dick." And dude's like, "I ain't having that because I'm a gangster homophobe type fella." And then he shoots him in the head, and that dude doesn't do anything. He's just too weak and scrawny little addict. All these guys got that pasty lips, and they haven't eaten in so long. They got bony cheeks because they're all Wouldn't you agree that's what an addict is? And that's what a good description of the gummy bears are.
I don't think that's true at all. They're all chubby as fuck. They're not like, chic fucking heroin
and
fucking skinny.
Let me ask you something. Why do you think that they're made out of flesh and bone when A, they're a cartoon, and B, they're actually made out of gelatin?
They're not
and
made
food
out of
coloring.
That's
Time. You can continue if you want.
I was just saying, that's just the little gummy commercialized representation of them. They're not made of
That's
gummy.
all that
They're not
remains
made
of
of gelatin.
them, sir.
Oh, well, Jesus Christ, how can I?
Yeah, that's right. You can't argue that, bub.
Well, that is fascinating. All right, now it's time to move on to our hung juror, G-Man.
G-Man!
Fill us in.
Well, I feel like both gave coherent arguments. I fully understood, I think, where both were coming from.
Words were said.
Words
they
were
were.
said. And I'm surprised by that because Kraig had the most MAGA, fascist, Republican, neocon sounding argument I've ever heard.
What?
He revealed himself as a vehement racist, and I learned, I think, that he may have been abused as a child by his father, who was rarely there.
Good Lord.
Well, this all came out before the show, but what about during
I
the
mean, it
argument?
was
the
pretty
hell?
clear. He's first of all, he came out saying that only people who live in, come out of loving homes can care.
That's
that
not
they were
what
the
I
only.
said.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
And you
goodness.
implied that the gummies don't have that growing up. It sounded very Family Values to me. It sounded like the whitest
friggity frack.
focus on the family sort of racist crap I've been hearing for the last 40 years, 50 years.
Oh my God!
I'm really surprised by that.
If you don't like this country, you can leave.
I rest my case.
Well, what did you think about Kirk's argument? How did he do?
Well, Kirk's argument, I think, was it wasn't always rational. It was somewhat irrational at times when you start talking about violence being an answer to a problem. But I also understand where he's coming from about the gummies. I mean, we've obviously got a class distinction here: a Care Bear overlord and a gummy underclass. To me, it was a classic rich versus poor, they versus them.
This is an outrageous, biased depiction.
It's not biased. It was coming through loud
Outrageous.
and clear. sir.
Trying to paint a picture of me as some evil landlord.
This is
Come on.
And now we're going to
It's
try
the
it.
Care Bears.
Now we're going to try his case in the media. This is classic MAGA. I would like to hear Kraig really debate about the causes of this system and not talk about controlling the underclass with drugs. What the hell? CIA?
That's
MK Ultra bullshit is that? What kind of?
Hey.
This is exactly why this country is the way it is, because of people like this who have the money and the people that they keep down, who they don't pay enough, who they control with drugs. So you've got a really uphill battle against me, buddy, because you have painted yourself into a corner. I know
my
what you
goodness
are. I am
gracious.
a rational juror.
So who won the spurt of brilliance this time around?
I mean, in a way, Kraig at one point was very effective at making me feel like the underclass, that they misbehave, and that for a safe society, we need less gummies bouncing around and more Care Bears staring at them. For a second there, he had me going. But I'll give him the spurt of brilliance for that. He almost had me there for a minute.
All right.
Oh, right
true
on.
propagandist.
It was very Goebbels of you. I mean, yeah.
All right. Well, now it's time to move
Masterful.
on to our closing arguments. Kraig, you're
Yeah.
back to going first,
All right.
and your final 60 seconds starts now.
All right. So, despite what my clearly biased friend here has to say, we care. The Care Bears care. They're loving folk, and you got to know that they're gonna beat some ass if they're backed into a corner. They have lasers that shoot out of their core, out of their soul. They will defend themselves vigorously. They've never lost a battle if you've ever seen the cartoon. as the debate is, never lost a battle. They're like, 100 to none. Their adversaries never win. So I don't understand. Well, the gummy bears, they're technically made out of gelatin, and they're sweet and gooey and yummy, and I eat them all the time. But I am not threatened by them. Besides, maybe a bit of
That's your time.
A little bit of too much sugar. That's probably their biggest threat to me.
Interesting. Not quite the bow I was expecting on that argument, but okay, Kirk. 60 seconds starts now.
Well, thanks for the warning about diabetes, Wilfred Brimley. I think we'll get back to the real argument. And that's that the gummy bears, in this question, the question is who would win in a death battle fight?
That's
and I'm
correct.
sorry, the Care Bears, I got love for the Care Bears. I got respect for the Care Bears and the Care Bear fans out there. But in a fight, they don't have what it takes. I'm sorry. The gummy bears, yeah, they are hopped up on the shit. They are bloodthirsty. And let me tell you, who's still around? You still eat gummy bears, don't you, Tubbs?
They're gummy juice thirsty, not blood
You're
thirsty.
gummy juice thirsty. You already told us that.
That's true. And I would lose to a Care Bear.
Hey, this is his closing argument. Let the man
Sorry,
talk.
well, I
Without
did
interruption.
ask him. I did ask him.
Give him 10 seconds.
All right,
But
10
that's my
seconds.
point. Longevity. Gummy bears, they're still here. Care Bears, they're goodwill. Go get you one, bud, and then cry your ass to sleep because you just lost.
Whoa.
Huh? He wrapped up. He didn't take the
I
extra
felt
10, but
offended
all right.
by that.
Well, this is masturbate, man. If somebody isn't offended, we ain't doing it right.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
You
Thank you,
can't
sir.
deny
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I'm left with questions.
I imagine you are, but how do you guys think you did? Kirk, what's your postmortem on this?
Like, I gotta stick with it, man. I just don't think the Care Bears have what it takes. I love the Care Bears. I love the message. That's for the younger kids. But yeah, in a death battle with motherfuckers that can get hopped up on juice, bounce, crush skulls, the Gummy Bears have it.
They ain't never crushed a damn skull in their lives.
Not that you've seen. It's been whitewashed by Disney. You ever seen a fucking Gummy Bear snuff film?
I hear all these conspiracy theories from you and our, juror here. Everybody's got something, it's the system, dude.
You're not hearing conspiracies from me. I'm listening to what you're saying.
It's the system's making the Care Bears do it.
I do think you had a bit more of an uphill battle in that one, though, because, Care Bears, it's not really known for its bloodletting.
Well, either are the Gummy Bears. Neither one are.
Yeah, but they take on ogres and shit, so, there's at
Did you
least
take
combat.
on ogres and shit.
Do they crack?
They do.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What their primary villains, like in their rogues gallery, it was ogres and shit.
Well, Care Bears are all about fighting billionaires. Going after the man.
They fight each other, don't they?
There is a lot of
that's not.
interpersonal conflict in that group.
Mm-hmm.
Of the
We
Care
know
Bears?
about Grumpy
That's
Bear.
because
No,
they,
yeah.
they're a dynamic crew. They're feisty and fiery, unlike them Gummy Bears.
Those
Just
Gummy
love
Bears
their
are
juice. Just love them juice.
Just love them juices,
Just
right?
love them
baby.
juice. That's all they got.
And then they're
Interestingly,
ripping throats.
there is a Sunny Bear and a Sunny Bear.
Yeah.
Y
you
versus
found
I.
the throughput. There you go.
The throughput?
The
Oh my
throughput between the
goodness
two.
gracious.
Sunny Bear.
Sunny Bear.
Bear?
Really,
But I
it's
think
just
now
a
we should
difference
leave
of
it
a Y
to-
versus an I, isn't it?
Well, on that note, I think we'll toss it to the
Wow.
audience. What do you all think? Who won this argument? Who's going to come out on top? Is it Karen or is it Bouncing?
I think we all know who's going to be coming out on top, and that is definitely Karen.
Karen or
Oh
Carrie?
my god.
The world is messed up. And Kirk, I honestly, I think you revealed yourself when you said you love the Care Bears, and
Yeah.
you're not a very effective advocate for the underclass. We all know that you're really in bed with the overclass. You're getting paid on top of it. You're skimming the cream. This was the most Republican versus Democrat thing I have ever heard in my goddamn life.
I wonder what's
And that
on
is
his
why
mind.
Mandani
Yeah, I
won.
know.
That's why Mandani won.
Talk
If
about
you really want to know.
talk about projection.
Bernie
Talk
2016.
about projection.
Going to get a nice dictation on the
Fox
proletariat.
Delta Tango.
And cheese. All right, well, what do y'all think out there? Leave some comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. Tell us who won. Tell us to get lost. Tell us something.
Spread
We'd
the
love to hear from you.
revolution.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
Spread the revolution.
Peace.